everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Let's say hello to the panel very quickly. My friend Nefty, thank you for being here. Welcome again.
Ole, 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 campeón, Argentina.
Don't rub it in, Nefty. Don't rub it in.
Let's make something very clear, everybody. The Dominican Republic doesn't have a soccer team, okay? So let's just start with that. Let's just start with that, okay?
I think our cousin in Haiti, they do have one.
In Haiti,
my first cousin, you know. Ça va bien.
And back to Rudy Tuesdays. Rudy, how are you, my friend? Welcome back.
I'm good, man. I couldn't miss our last Acolyte show. You know, it changed my perception on Star Wars completely. I realize now the Sith are the heroes and the Jedi are the losers that we're supposed to root against. So I'm very excited to see how the thing ends. And I'm sure someone's going to kill me right now.
I'm excited for the figures that are going to be dropping from Acolyte. Yes.
And explain to everybody, you know, why you decided to stop collecting to go into daycare.
Oh no, we just had there was a family friend.
Relax. I'm not literally telling you unbelievable.
Anyway, you guys calling me out. He's like, explain.
Explain. I didn't mean literally tell them the your life story.
That story.
Guys, this is Rudy. Okay. So let's see who's in the chat tonight very quickly, because remember, we're only here an hour and a half. Tonight is the last day of an hour and a half. From tonight on, I think next Tuesday we'll be on for 15 hours. So we have William. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
And what the craps? Where is everyone? They're watching the Acolyte, peasant. We have Joker J in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We have Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else we got here. We got Bo.
How you doing?
Let's see who else. We got Ernesto in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
He says, Colombia lost. Let's start with that. Hi, JK. Hello. Unbelievable.
How dare you?
Yo. Let's see. We got Figment in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here tonight.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else we got now. We got Joe is back. Welcome. How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Good evening. Is this the right room? This guy. Unreal. This guy is going to get himself banned very quickly. I could see it already. I could see it. Joe, I could see it. YouTube's going to say, hey, peasant, relax. We got the door in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Who else do we have in here? Let's see who else is in the house. We got a Carter in the house. That was always like, oh no, peasant.
Hello.
My friend, thank you for being here. Let's see. We got Harold in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
Thank you for being here. We got Axel. Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got the Alchemist in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
Nice to see you all. Nice to see everybody. We got Giovan in the house. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
How you doing?
Let's see who else. We got Anthony in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Let's see who else we got. We got Chris. Welcome.
How you doing?
And I think that's it, guys. Gina asked me, what's the... when she asks, okay, anytime she asks anything about this stream, just respond with
Konnichiwa, bitch.
all right, guys. So let's get started since we don't have much time. So we're gonna start with this beauty. As you can see, guys, it looks like is a overseas deluxe, at least as of right now, right? Do you guys know anything about how many pieces as of yet, or no? Because I know I don't.
No.
No, right? Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I am not misinformed. We just don't know anything. So, guys, let's start with Nefty. Nefty, if you weren't so deep with the Jazz Inc., do you think that this would be a figure that would go in your collection? Do you think this is something you may pre-order? Do you think this is something that you're gonna need? Um, Obviously, as you just saw, we have not seen the complete figure yet. There are two things that still have yet to be revealed. I have a feeling that obviously it's going to be his head sculpt and obviously something different, maybe a weapon, maybe something else, maybe a set of weapons, who knows. So go ahead. How do you are you getting this at all or no?
Yeah, I'm getting it. I have the other one before this, and this looks like it's a combo type of a uniform he's wearing in this one. It's like I don't have the older one before that, but it looks like kind of like a little bit of updated. Hopefully, those things that you just mentioned about that could get revealed is one of them is the head scope. Hopefully, you know. They never. Do you know if they ever made like a third party battle damage with scuffs and stuff like that, scratches or anything like that? Deadpool.
Not that I know of.
No one's ever made a third party Deadpool.
No.
Not that I know. They made Lady Deadpool.
Lady Deadpool, yeah.
Yeah, but no.
You have that one, Rudy?
What happened?
Do you have that Lady Deadpool?
No.
Of course you don't. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, I'm picking this figure up. If anything, is going to be an update to my last Deadpool. So I'm looking forward. I'm hoping that whatever that is that to be revealed is the head sculpt. So it's definitely coming home.
Paul, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Thank you for being here, my friend. So, Rudy, tell us about the figure. Is this something, we know that you're more Marvel than anything else, but you don't really get too much Marvel at the same time. You're more focused on, third party.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the figure? Are you getting the figure? And what is it that you like about the figure that you think, or differences that you notice with the compared to the other two figures?
So definitely, this is a day one pre-order when it comes out. I'm hopeful. I think it's going to depend on what this special edition is, right? The one thing I'm concerned of is that it's going to be that dreaded queue system, and we're going to have to queue up to get those pieces. But besides that, the figure looks great, right? And I love the fact that you're getting Deadpool, the dog, with him. I mean, everybody kind of assumed we were going to get him.
Dogpool Peggy.
Yep. So I'm glad we're getting him. I skipped the one from Deadpool 2, but I have the one from the original movie. So for me, it's enough of an upgrade, right? Because I kind of missed that one generation. And I think it looks almost like, right, if you have the Deadpool 1, it's kind of a very fancy suit he put together, right? How he managed to put that together, right? That was kind of a running gag in the movie. So, because it looks so good, but I think this looks better, right? This is something that, if you believe the commercials, it's something he's going to get from the TVA. So it's a little more fine-tuned, and you could kind of see that with the armor on the shoulders. He's got those gold accents too that look great. And I think the swords have just a little bit more detail. So I think it's a nice upgrade if you don't have a Deadpool. And for me, it's a definite coming home. And I'm curious what those extra accessories are, right? I think both of you are right. It's going to be an unmasked sculpt. I just don't know what that. I don't think we've seen enough of the movie. I think they're still holding a lot back that we're going to kind of be surprised by. And that's what that mysterious
you guys
is going to be.
You guys think it's limited? It's going to be limited?
Most likely there'll be a numbered thing, to give it hype, just like they did that that Coca-Cola giveaway, right? To give a hype to whatever they needed to give hype to. So I think there will be something limited, just because, again, just to give the movie hype. I don't know what it is that they're gonna, limit. I don't know if they're gonna limit, the exclusives. I don't know if they're gonna limit, the fact that, because they could easily do this. For example, they're teasing this specific deluxe base with these golden weapons. What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? Does that mean this is something specific for overseas, and then we're getting something else from Sideshow? Is this going to be, the exclusive SKU, and then we're going to get the basic SKU? You know what I mean? This could mean a lot of things. They could give us a Hong Kong, exclusive only with this base, and then a different base for the Sideshow version. So, same as the for example, the coins with the Star Wars figures, right? The overseas ones get red, Sideshow gets yellow. So they can give us something completely different, completely distinct in the sense of they're gonna have something specific for them, for their market only, and then we're gonna get obviously something, totally different. I think the weapons are a big deal. I think, as you can see, the sword. Let me move this out of the way. Let me say hello to Luch. Luch, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa, bitch.
And then we have, let's see who else we have in here very quickly. Bob says, why hide the head sculpt if that's it? Because they want to make it, again, creating hype. They know that this is a big deal. This movie is supposed to be the biggest movie of 2024, right? The biggest Marvel movie at that. So look at all these, not, I'm not gonna say conventions, but look at all these events that they're having regarding Deadpool. The one coming up, what is it? The Philippines or Singapore or whatever the hell it is. So they're trying to get as much hype as possible. How do you create more hype? Hide something, right? Oh, and then what are you gonna do? Oh man, I wonder what it is. Let's be on top of it to make sure that that's what they're doing, and this is why they're doing it, right? So this is going to keep going until the day of, that they need to reveal it. Maybe the day when the movie comes out, which I think is July. What? Isn't it this week?
26th. No, 2 weeks.
Next, also 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, so there you go. So they're gonna drag it out until they have to. We've got, I forget which movie it was that we ended up having to order the figures the day of the release of the movie.
Yeah,
You guys remember?
what movie was it?
It was recent too. It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, this is, again,
Yeah.
I knew it, and I'm assuming a lot of you guys did also, that, Dogpool was going to be part of the figure. There's no way that they're not going to give us that accessory as that character as an accessory. And again, that head sculpt is a must. You better believe it. My thing is, I have a feeling that it's going to be a clean version head sculpt. I don't think they're going to give us the battle damage look. I wish they did. My hope is, obviously these 2 boxes doesn't really mean 2 head sculpts, but if I had it my way, I would get a head sculpt that is battle damaged, right? And then which he appeared battle damage in Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 and 3, actually, but more 1 and 3, as far as we could see. And then the clean one, he was more clean in the second movie. So why not give us that? And in the third movie also, as you can see some of the images from the trailer, that he appears with just a very clean, obviously burnt face, but it's not bloody like in some of the clips of the trailer as well. So if I had my way, it would be bloodied, battle damage, clean battle damage, half mask on, off, clean battle damage. How do you guys feel about a mask with a head sculpt with a mask on, Nefty?
It's a look, it's good having if you want that look, kind of like the Spider-Man, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a look if you like that, I would definitely accept it if they come out with it.
Rudy.
I mean, I think it'd be fine. I think the battle damage mask would be a little different. I think to go with Will's comment though. If it were a regular, either battle damaged, fully unmasked head, or just an unmasked head, I don't know that they'd be hiding it. That's the one thing, right? Because usually it's something that they don't want to spoil, right? We've seen this before with Shang-Chi with the rings. We saw it with the Thor figure where they didn't reveal the Zeus's lightning bolt. So they usually hold something back until the movie gets released. So Deadpool's unmasked head, even if it were battle damage, I think would be. I don't know why they would hold that back. So maybe he loses an eye or something, right? Maybe there's something a little more gruesome that they're going to give us. That would be kind of interesting. But
Well, look at
I
what
don't
they
know.
did with Mysterio. Remember, Mysterio's head was blocked off. You know, the figure came out, was announced. Everybody was like, "Oh, there's no head sculpt." I was one of the only people who
Right.
said, "We're getting a head sculpt. We're getting a head sculpt. We're getting a head sculpt." And then right before the figure came out, boom, here's the head sculpt. So
Right.
you don't think? Obviously, again, that's a completely different story. That's
No, it
not
could be. It could be that you're getting. Look, usually sometimes when they have a licensing issue where they want to tell you you're going to get a head sculpt, but it's not approved, they'll do the blurred out picture. Um, Look, it could be. It could be. I'm just. Part of me is starting to think there's something that we haven't seen in the movie that once we see the movie, I think we're all going to come out saying that's what it's going to be, right? We're all going to see something and we're going to say that's what it is. And then a few days later or a week later, we're going to get the full reveal. I do hope that we get the unmasked sculpt because I think that's the one thing that's been missing from all the
yeah.
releases. So
Third party.
unless they're trying to save that for another figure, right? Like they're going to do a fully battle damaged Deadpool, and they're saving it for that, which I wouldn't put past Hot Toys at this point.
So that's a great point, and we're gonna get right into that. But let me say hello to Derek real quickly. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Speak. Let's see who else is in here real quickly before we continue. So that was a great point. Rudy, Cassandra, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you. Where's Peasant Brad? Where's Peasant Brad? We got K Floss. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
That's another thing. We could get a burnt Deadpool sculpt and a clean Ryan Reynolds head sculpt. But my thing is it wouldn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
The way we're gonna get that is through the variants. Again,
Right.
saying it for the 15th time. We're getting variants. We're getting variants after variants after variants of Deadpool. We're getting variant after variant after variant of Wolverine. I don't know how far they're going to go, but expect them, period. Okay? It's a no-brainer. It's easy money for them, and that's probably how we're going to get our very first clean Ryan Reynolds head sculpt with one of the variants. I'm going to say, obviously, with that samurai one that I keep popping up.
That's going to be the one, I think.
I believe so too. Because again, for this Deadpool figure, it doesn't make sense for them to give us a clean one. I would say obviously battle damage or clean, right? Or even with that fake hair, that fake wig that he puts on. I think that should be also a nice option, or it would be a nice option if they added it. But Rudy, going to your points about what you said. Repeat what you said if you remember, please.
Yeah, so I said they wouldn't have necessarily a reason to hide that sculpt with the clean one, but I would see them holding off and doing like a battle damaged version of him to go with the battle damaged Wolverine, right? Even though the Wolverine Deluxe has those pieces, something that because this looks really pristine, right? The suit. So I could almost see them giving you the Wade Wilson head sculpt with the burnt look with a battle damaged figure.
Absolutely.
It's funny because in that box where it says items to be revealed, you see like battle damage scratches going through the background.
So maybe it's that, maybe it's like a swappable.
If you look at you see like 3 lines.
Well, no, I think you're becoming a conspiracy theorist now, because this is Wolverine's claws. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
battle damage.
Yeah, he said battle damage. No, hey, what if he's 100% correct? So, Nefty, don't ever let anybody stop you from dreaming. Okay, so
remember, I'm expecting a Henry Cavill Wolverine in the brown suit. The rumors are he's playing a variant, so a Wolverine variant. So
Oh, imagine that. Imagine that.
Now,
Also, speaking of variants, go ahead, Nefty.
how crazy can they get with the variants?
Oh,
Because
wait, that's a
in a
great question.
business, in a
Nefty,
business,
Nefty, what a great question. We're getting right into it. Big Rim, how are you, my friend? Welcome. And then we got, who else do we have? We got Chris in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for doing. And who else is in here real quickly? We got Savon in the house. Where did I see your name? Savon. Where's Savon? How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for doing. The thing about a figure like Sabretooth is it wasn't so popular in the first movie. Now, because of, the people who grew up on the first movie, right? Even though, those movies back then were not, anything special, anything great, even though that was the very first X-Men movie and everybody was like, oh my God, right? They're considered, classics now to a certain extent. But people want that just to get that look of Sabretooth because it's the more, comic book, the closest to the comic book over the X-Men Origins Wolverine look with Liev Schreiber, which was, to me, that was not, at all. Obviously, compared to, X-Men, the first X-Men, night and day. But the closer one to the comic book was the original, X-Men movie. So that's why I feel people want that figure. Are we going to get it? Who knows? Can we get it? Possibly. It's a very easy figure for them to make. There's not much to it. There's pretty much a lot of hair. Would they do this rooted? It can't be. I'll tell you, sculpted, it'll be a nightmare to make. It'll be a nightmare to try to recreate that. Obviously, Hot Toys could do it. But if anything, to go out of their way to make a artisan, what do you call it? An artisan Sabretooth, I doubt it. Right?
I don't know that there's a demand for that, for an artisan Sabretooth. Like they're doing like all these classic characters. I don't know that Sabretooth falls in that category.
Right. So they would have to pull it off one way or another, sculpted, and it'll be one SKU, unless obviously they want to make it special and make some sales, then they'll do something fancy to it. But it could be a very easy figure for them to make. Again, it's all cloth. It's all, drapes and coats and, it's nothing metallic. It's nothing, no clips, no buttons, no, nothing that it's demanding of a lot of labor, a lot of, meticulous labor at that, or anything too crazy when it comes to engineering. So that's what I mean. All the work would be in the head sculpt and the hands. That's it. So it's an easy money maker for Hot Toys if they decided to do it. Same thing with Toad, right? Toad, what is Toad? Some funky clothes. His head sculpt is pretty much it, But the problem is, how would you do it? Now they're doing magnetic tongues for Jokers. They're doing magnetic tongues for Peacemaker. You're going to tell me they're not going to do a stretch out magnetic tongue for his open mouth head sculpt?
Like Venom.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They won't do it like they did Peacemaker. You know what I mean? So anything is so easy for Hot Toys to make at this point. Very easy and very simple things that they're capable of doing left and right, and they've been doing already.
Yep.
So it comes down to how popular the characters are going to be, right? Are in general, but are going to be in the movie. And obviously whatever plans, because remember, they have plans already. This is not like the movie comes out and they go, hey, we're going to sell that figure because it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. They have a certain amount of characters that I'm assuming they pick out ahead of time, right? That they want to make, that they figure, all right, we know the popularity on this. I can guarantee you there's data involved. We know, how Wolverines do with blah, blah, blah. We know how many Wolverines we could get out of this movie. We know how many are popular enough to make. So they know ahead of time, what figures they're gonna show us and tease to us. That's why there's a lot of times that some of these figures never get made, right? They notice that there's not a lot of hype behind them. I guess they get sidetracked. They decide to move on to something else, and then they go, as they've been doing, they come back and they Oh, look, now everybody's been waiting for this figure from 3 years ago that you teased 3 years ago, and now
Right.
it's back in production. So they don't really care if they wait or not. You know, they it looks like they don't really care because even if they come back 3 years later for a figure that was teased 3 years ago, people still want it anyway. So, question for you guys: I'm noticing that this suit is a combination of the Hot Toys color of the Deadpool 1 and the material of the darker maroon Deadpool 2. What do you guys think? And do you guys like this suit better than the other two? Let's go to you, Nefty, first.
Yeah, I actually like it. The reason why I want to get it from the last version that I have of Deadpool, I kind of want to say because I have the darker color, so I like how brighter this one looks. You know, and it is as flexible as the first one, so it's a win-win situation for me. So yeah, I like it.
Rudy.
Yeah, I like it too. I like the bright red. I think the material is just they're very subtle updates, but they made it like MCU with all those extra lines, you know, that the suits usually have, where it's not a straightforward, simple suit. So they added a couple of those, and then again the gold accents, right? I think it's a nice upgrade, and it just looks good altogether. So I think definitely a nice looking suit. Very subtle changes
Yep.
in some regards, but still pretty nice overall.
Very classy suit. That's
Yep.
what I'm going to call it. It's a very sharp, very classy suit. You know, they kept it very clean, which I never understand why they do this to Deadpool, but it's a very, I think it's, you know, it looks at least like it's meant to be the fanciest suit overall. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Big Dog in the house. How are you, my friend? Being here tonight. So the like Rudy was saying, the accents, the golden accents, make it very, very fancy looking, make it pop to me. And again, it's supposed to be, to me, it's the elite look of Deadpool. Because it specifically the golden accents to everything. Remember, the blade's supposed to be golden, his
Right.
pistols are supposed to be golden. So there's something about the golden aspect of it, and obviously we're going to find out why this is happening in the movie, I'm assuming. But one thing I wanted to point out, guys, and I don't know if you guys noticed this also, but to me, there is something more realistic and more, I want to say more serious looking with the way they made the head sculpts and the way the expressions look. I feel like they look more real. They look better than, and not that the other ones look bad,
Yeah.
but there's something about these that make them look very, very realistic.
The weathering in the head is what I like. The weathering around the head.
You notice all the dots, right?
Right, the textures. Yeah, there's something to it, right? It's clearly improved. Like I like the one where he's squinting, right? It looks very
This
very
one, is
mean.
my
Yeah,
favorite
that
one,
looks
and
very
we've never gotten one like this. I was looking at this too, and I was like, "This one looks really, really." This one and this one. If you notice
those
these
two,
two,
yeah.
I'm like, these. I don't think we've ever gotten them, but these are the sexiest ones. And I said, as soon as I get them, as soon as I get it, I'm displaying it with either this one or this one because they're different. Absolutely.
Yeah, those look great, and I think they're definitely improved. And look, I know it's a running joke on Saturday about 2.0 bodies and everything, but the poses they're getting with him too.
Wait. It's not a running joke. Mike hates the 2.0 conversation, but we live in reality here, and that is a real thing. It's not a joke, okay? He just gets
Right.
angry at reality, but a 2.0 is a 2.0. That's why it's
But
called a
look-
2.0.
but
If it
look at
wasn't
the
a 2.0, it'd
posability.
be the same thing. Go ahead. What?
Right. But look at the posability. I mean, the shots they're getting, some of them are really funny, right? Which you expect from Deadpool, but the poses that they're getting out of this, that's pretty impressive, man. The action poses are great, but even if you wanted to do something wacky with him,
Right.
I mean, he looks real. That you can really get some real looking poses, right? Somebody
Yeah.
looks at that, they're like, "Wow, that looks amazing."
He looks
And that's
very.
I think the selling point.
Joker J says Fab's got to get 5 now.
That's right.
One for each expression. No, but it's true. There's something really realistic looking about it. Again, these pictures look great. Obviously, they always have to. They always do. But this, again, to me, has been the most realistic head sculpt, face, mask, expressions ever, 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 ever. And now to go back to Nefty's point and Nefty's question about, what about variants, right? So these are uh some of the variants that we will be getting. And for those who don't believe it, just clip this conversation.
So that's
So this is one, right? So this is Lady Deadpool. We still don't know who the actress is. Everybody's saying
easy.
that it could be Taylor Swift, but then they're saying that she may be a, what's her name?
A Dazzler or something like that, or
Right. Dazzler is a rock star or a guitarist or something. So apparently we don't know yet, but I have a feeling at her level of fame at this moment, I don't think she's going to get a Dazzler what do you call it? A Dazzler role. I think she's going to be something bigger than that. At least I would assume from her status in the singing world, but we'll see. So, Nefty, how would you feel? Would you jump on something like this, or would you still keep your Jasmine Catwoman?
I would definitely jump in the variant. Let me ask you though. In the past, there was what I can recall, the black variant Deadpool. How well did that do?
It wasn't a black variant.
It wasn't a variant.
it was the battle damaged gray, like
Yeah,
dust covered.
it was like the dusty version. It was called the dusty version.
That's a variant. That's
well, yeah, but it was a variant, but it wasn't, right. So it was in the movie,
okay.
right. So it was just when, after the big explosion at the end of the movie, when he gets all dusty with the bricks, right, with the dirt and the debris of the bricks blowing up from the house that the kid was burning. I forget the fat kid's name. And so during that explosion, that's when he gets all dusty. So that's why I call him the dusty version. But that happened in the movie. So it's not, we look at it as a variant, but it really isn't, because it was in the movie. You know what I mean? But this would be, even though it's in the movie, it's a variant in the sense of, it's a variant of Deadpool, right? It's a variant of Deadpool.
I would definitely welcome the variants. I mean, I guess from a business standpoint, they're gonna have to evaluate, of the many variants, which one are they willing to invest in? Because they don't want to get the wrong variant and it sits in the shelf forever.
Also, guys, K-Floss here with a good one. Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife. That could be also a possibility. There is no way. I mean, I don't care how big Taylor Swift is. This is his wife, and so and he's a big part of the movie, and he's like, I feel like he's he's in charge of a lot of the movie, at least.
Right.
So, if he says my wife's going to join, who's going to tell him no?
Right.
And so that could be a possibility too. So who knows? But we'll see. We'll see when the movie's out.
But especially that samurai variant that we saw in the social media with Ryan Reynolds, the long hair, Japanese look, kind of a samurai look. That would be nice.
I think Nefty. I think those two are coming. Like you said, right? Hot Toys had to assess and think about it. Lady Deadpool. I think most of us are going to jump on buying a figure of her. And then that samurai look, again, it's going to be an opportunity for them to do a clean Ryan Reynolds head sculpt. Right. So that's going to be the selling point for that one, I think. And so I think those two are definite.
And who is to say we don't get a variant of a Deadpool and way different color from another universe?
And what you guys don't understand is that, they could easily make these variants limited, 1,500. Let's say I don't want, because you got people like that out there. You got people ready to be negative and turn something down and say no about something, right? So, who cares about variants? I don't want variants. Cool. Then guess what? When Hot Toys decides to make 1,500, 1,200, 1,000 of these variants, guess what? You're going to be right in line with everybody else. So the only reason why that's that may not be a possibility is because of this. If you guys pay attention to the limited stuff, besides Artisan, let me be very clear. Besides Artisan, because Artisan, the reason why I said besides Artisan is because we have Endgame Scarlet Witch, okay, which is going to be considered what line? Since it's a movie, would be considered obviously Artisan MMS something, right?
Well, it's a DX, right?
So there you go. So DX, and then the sculpted would be what?
It's still a DX because right they're calling
So it'll
right, they're doing
DX regular, DX Artisan.
right.
Right. So there you go. So it's a DX, not even an MMS, right? So this is where I'm headed. If you make any of these figures from this movie, they're either going to be MMS or the cool ones are going to be a DX.
Yeah.
Right? So how many, as of now, how many limited MMSs have we gotten? That's what I'm saying. Not Artisan, because Artisan is a DX and that doesn't even count. But how many specific MMS limited pieces have we gotten? I can guarantee you 0.
No. Usually you get them tagged with the Hot Toys exclusive,
Exactly.
right, or the promo edition or something like that.
Always something with comic book, VGM. It's always something or TMS, right? It's never MMS. It's never from a movie. And if you're wondering why that is, it's because remember that the movie pieces are the mass-produced ones, are the ones for everybody, right? Those are your mainstream releases.
Right, so those are the ones that make the money.
Correct. Well, those are the ones they hope
will make the money, right?
Because those are the main characters. Those are the mainstream characters. Those are the ones that they hope will make them the most money. So how they get around, not having to do these figures through MMS and limit them is, like you mentioned, Hot Toys exclusive, meaning nobody else is making that figure anywhere else. And how do they get away with that? By not including a head sculpt, for example. They'll remove the head sculpt like they did Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. You're going to tell me that Amazing Spider-Man figure, you put a what do you call it? A Tom Holland head sculpt, and that's another head sculpt. That's another Spider-Man right there. But they get away with, calling it comic book because of whatever reason, right? And there's a completely different, brand new style of Spider-Man that everybody bought.
Right.
So it's for them to make money. They just have to want to make that money. That's it. Yeah. It's not that they can't. It's not that they don't have the manpower. It's not that they don't have the factories. It's not that they don't have the talent. They can do it all at any moment. It's just, number one, is it worth it for them to bother with it? Is it going to make the money? Or people are going to complain about it, which, again, to a certain extent, they really don't care. Obviously, they care about selling us the figures, but about the complaints. If it's something obviously very severe, they're going to take care of it. If it's just people bitching about the usual, they're not going to care. And then this is a second image of variants that it looks like we may be getting. So it looks like a cowboy style Deadpool. There's another Deadpool over here that it's not golden. As you can see, there's no gold on the glove. There's another variant over here in the back, with a different style of suit. They're all similar, but different tones of the red maroon. Rudy, what do you think of that?
I mean, look, we expected that from the movie, right? And I think we're starting to slowly get hints of what we're going to see. The question is ultimately which ones did Hot Toys pick? Because I don't think they're the announcement for Deadpool. You and I were talking about that earlier, right? You circled kind of that section about more figures to come. So we know there's definitely more coming. The question just becomes which variants did they pick? Because I think they're going to go deeper into the line. I think they're expecting the movie to be a success and people to want these figures, but I don't know that we're going to get everyone. So, if some of these might have like a 2-second, cameo in the movie and that's it. So I think we'll have to see how those pan out.
60,000.
Go ahead, Nefty. What about you? Would you welcome something like this?
Oh yeah, I would welcome the variants and whatever Hot Toys don't pick up. Hopefully, third party Rudy.
That's right. No, look, you were even talking. Fabs was even talking about the Liev Schreiber Sabretooth, who's coming back in this movie too. We've seen the other one, but we also saw preview pics of him fighting with the yellow suit Wolverine.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So he's going to be in the movie. Third party, I think, already did him. So I would see another third party company.
You know, it'd be cool.
re-releasing him.
You know, it'd be cool if I had friends who sent me pictures of images of things like that, so I could like talk about them.
Fabs.
But you know what happens when
This is
people
from years ago, man.
there's a lot of selfish people in the community who don't share information. It comes through during the streams.
You know how many pictures I send you?
Video.
What?
The apology video.
The apology.
Oh
video.
yeah, wait.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Are you kidding? I send Fab so many pictures like every day. I'm like, yo, check this out. And usually he's like, peasant, third party, go away.
Go away.
And it has to be crazy. You know, you have a private life, you have your work, and all these YouTubing and stuff, unpacking videos and all that. Oof.
Yeah, no, Rudy sends me pictures of other stuff. So also, guys, our next topic, which is very, very juicy. You guys are gonna love it. It's this beauty that I know Rudy is very excited about. She's shipping already. Some people got her in hand, I believe. So, Rudy, let's start with you, since I haven't heard what you think of Mantis and how you feel about the updates on her face.
Oh, she's great, man. Are you kidding? Like, I didn't expect them to do any of the updates. I thought she looked great when they put her up for pre-order. And then when they released her with the updated sculpt, you realize they really did improve her a lot. This is awesome. So the only sad part, and I told you today, I got the huge, massive, like 10 emails in a row from Sideshow saying everything got delayed until August at this point.
I got some.
Yeah,
Everything.
So tell everybody what the delays are.
For me, so it was Mantis, Kang, Mighty Thor, Jake Sully, Natiri, which one? The Gantry, the Mark 6 and Gantry.
Yeah, Mark 6 and Gantry, right?
So, and I think there's one more. Oh, I forget which one, but yeah, all those got delayed. Everything got pushed back.
Oh, Black Panther. Black Panther.
No, Black Panther actually shipped.
Yeah.
Oh,
so she's coming my way. Yeah.
Coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something else is coming. I got the delay for the Mark 6, and there was another one I got today as well. But Black Panther's coming. And,
Right.
And what else? Something else is sending.
Hold on, let me check really quick.
Oh, you know
But
what? Remember that thing? That third party. Mr. Knight, not Mr. Knight. The God, what's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Khonshu's
Yes,
coming. I got mine too.
I was gonna go over that too, peasants. You ruined it.
I got that. Oh, and you know what else got delayed? The figure that everybody hated, that I am super excited about. All you guys were like talking about how beautiful Echo and Clone 257 was, and all you were trashing poor She-Hulk. She-Hulk looks amazing, and she got delayed. I can't wait to get her in hand.
She-Hulk was the other one, right?
Yeah, I can't wait to get her in hand.
Oh,
That figure is going to be fantastic.
I'm getting Star Ace Rocky Balboa 2.0.
Don't you even think about it.
No,
Don't you
Nefty.
even think about it, Nefty.
Nefty.
You
I
know,
got this
you
one
know,
today. I got this one today.
you know I let you spend your peasant money on Jazz Inc. all the time. But
No,
you are not,
Nefty, don't do it.
No, you know
Not
what it is?
Star Ace.
This is the
not
reason.
Star
This is the
Ace.
reason. I have Driago, I have Mr. T, and I have Apollo Creed. They already shipped them. I have them already. This is the last one. That's it.
What did you think of them,
I have
Nefty?
the iconic Muhammad Ali,
Rudy, don't. Go ahead.
the iconic Studio Muhammad Ali as well.
Rudy said, Lefty, what do you think of them? I said, Rudy, don't.
Ivan Drago, the look isn't there, but it's good. The Mr. T is good, and the Apollo Creed is good.
Wait,
I mean,
did you
No,
just say,
I was asking.
did you just say the likeness is not there?
For Ivan Drago, yeah, it's not
All
there.
the Nefty, all the likenesses.
I
are
know, but they're closer. They're
He's like,
closer.
I know.
Nefty. No, the reason I was asking him was Nefty.
Mm.
All right, listen, I take a lot of heat from Fabs and from the community about my third-party love, and I accept it.
Yeah.
But even I draw the line at Star Ace, man. Like, even I don't collect that.
This is it. This is it. Rocky Balboa is the last one on the Star Ace because I don't think Star Ace does anything else that I'm interested in. You know, because this is Mars Toys and the Penguins Mars Toys, Joker's Mars Toys.
Right. Well, they have they have the boys license, and
I,
they've got.
I, 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 I love the show,
Terrible.
but I've been looking at the reviews. And, you know, it hasn't pulled me.
No.
All right, Nefty, your turn. How do you feel about this beauty?
Love it, love it, love it. My only regret is that I did not order two, because I like that Christmas look, you know, especially when Christmas rolls around. So that means I'm going to have to dress her and undress her. But definitely, I love the figure. It's coming to my collection. It's coming home.
Nathan,
Yeah, you know,
how
I
are you, my
like the
friend?
Christmas look too.
No,
I
and
don't think it's that bad. That's actually pretty unique. Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. You know, a lot of people. Let me say hello to Nathan. Nathan, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello.
A lot of people don't care for that look, but it's very different. It's something new, right? It's from that Christmas special little movie that they had. So when are you ever going to see this again? When is she ever going to wear that again? You know what I mean?
Right.
So for Christmas, this is a great figure to have. You know what I mean?
And
like
it kind of goes along with the innocence of the character, right? It's just something that it goes well with her. If any character was going to pull it off, it was going to be her. You know.
Big Rip says, "What do you guys think about Superman and Batman figures from?" Oh
Whoa, those SSR are nice. They're nice.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I have never purchased anything SSR. I will never purchase anything SSR. Just because, you know, I'm not saying that they're bad figures or anything like that. I just would never. But I can tell you this. I saw him make one of those fat Batmans that he makes years ago. And the pre-order price was something like $600, $700. I said, what the hell's going on right now? It was the most basic. It looks like it's all homemade and all handmade.
That's what they go for?
This one that I saw, again, I've never bought any. I don't own any. I don't know what they're like in hand. I don't know anything about them. But what I've seen, okay, this thing was going for like $700. That was the pre-order price. I said, what the hell is he talking? Again, I don't know who makes them, but I was like, who the hell is buying this? Let me tell you something. They sold out. I said, what? I said, $700 for a custom, like, fat Batman? Never. I would again, I know he makes other stuff, but I'm absolutely not. You guys own any of that stuff?
I don't, but I've kept an eye on it. It's based on, some of them are based on the animation. I'm looking at one right now, $169 for the Superman Scale Justice Savior figure. It looks nice. $169 from SSR. If you go to 16 Outfitter, right there on the page, you'll see it because it's one of the most recent SSR that they're selling.
Nathan says, "Good, don't purchase any SSR more for me."
I mean, at 600, I wouldn't, but $169.
Let me tell you something. I don't keep track of it. I don't know what their standard average price is at all.
Right.
But I saw this one on 16kit.com going for $700. I said, "What is this about?" Yeah. Again, it was a fat Batman, one of those things he sells all the time. I get the popularity of the character. I get why people like it. I get it. But that's not $700 nothing. It's a fat suit on a body with this fat Batman head that's ugly as hell. And again, that's the character. $700 the hell out of, I was like, you know how many Hot Toys I could get for $700?
The new ones though, they're not that expensive. The ones that
yeah, again, this was years ago. This was years ago. This is not.
Yeah, because Kit has them up for $158. Nefty, if you're interested.
I see the Batman too, $169 as well on 16 Outfitters.
Brad, how are you, my friend? Look at you. You made it. Thank you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Also, guys, let me see who else is in here real quick. I like Batman fat. This guy, unreal. Nefty, what did you say? You're buying this? You're not buying this?
Yeah, no, I have one. My regret was I didn't get two, so I can have that Christmas look. It just means I'm gonna have to.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was, Mike. I don't know if you guys were watching on Saturday, but Mike bought a whole case of them live on the stream from I forget what website. It's a Time Walker maybe or something. So so if he got a whole case, that means I have two. I don't think so. He's not giving me nothing. Let me see what the other topic was that because we're almost, we got 34 minutes, guys. 34 minutes. And then we got the finale of the Acolyte. Also, guys, another variant that I 100% feel deep down in my heart is coming is this guy. Don't tell me why. Don't ask me why, but I can tell you this. This is the head sculpt that we're most likely getting for the Deadpool character, right? 100%, the clean version, like I said. And number two, the moment that they announced this head sculpt, you better believe that it's going to be reused again, because they're not going to make one and then, oh, that's it, we're never going to use it again. Absolutely not. They're going to reuse it again. And I have a feeling, like I said, I think this guy is being made. Rudy, what do you think?
I could see them doing something like this. You know, this would have been perfect when they used to do those convention exclusives. Because remember, there was a time when they would actually give you a unique figure instead of like a slight variant. Like when we got the Commissioner Gordon SWAT, right, guy, or
exactly
who was a Penelope Cruz from
Captain Sparrow,
from the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? So there was a time where Hot Toys would have done something wacky like this as a convention exclusive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it past them.
I think
something so. Like a movie promo or something.
Absolutely.
A two-pack?
What?
Would you say a two-pack?
So that could be an option, right? You could have a 2-pack of the regular Deadpool, and obviously you could swap out the head sculpt on either, right? You could put this head sculpt on Deadpool, and obviously you're not going to put the mass head sculpt on this, but that's how they'll give you, same thing with Batman. You only get one head sculpt. If you want to put that head sculpt on the Batman figure, then, you got the body just sitting there. So that's a possibility, right? The double pack. Could it happen? I think that would be the best way for it to happen, right? They make more money on the double pack than just the single figure, but I have a feeling they're making this figure 100%. Also, you mentioned something, Rudy. Oh my God, what did you just say? Can you repeat what you just said? Because you mentioned something that I was going to say.
What, the classic, the movie promo editions?
Movie promo, yes, exactly that. So for those who watched my my latest Spider-Man video, the new red and blue suit, I mentioned that they're going to reuse that suit. Okay, one way or another, they're going to reuse that suit, and I didn't get into it in the video, but I'm going to explain to you guys why for those who did watch the video. If you noticed what they've done from Homecoming, starting from Homecoming, they've reused every single suit from each movie at the beginning of each movie. So, for example, you had the regular pajama suit that he made, right? That was the very first Spider-Man suit that we got. Then we got the blue and red with the head sculpt. Then what did they do? It was reissued again as a movie promo, I believe, for Far From Home, right? And then what was used for No Way Home? The
black and red.
Well, the black and red, the upgraded black and red that was called Battle Damage,
right.
or Fighting. No, not Battle Damage. It was Fighting version or whatever version it was.
Right, that had some slight scuffing, and it had the diorama base.
Correct.
With the box from
correct.
Doctor Strange. Yeah,
Doctor Strange, exactly. So battling version. I think that's what it's called. Battling. Yep. So if you guys pay attention, they always reuse that suit again. So we're gonna get, obviously, like I mentioned in the video, that red and blue suit was only seen at the end of the movie barely, right? We haven't seen him use that suit in action. We haven't seen him wear it out in the movie at all. So we don't even really know what that suit is supposed to look like when it comes to detail, right? So I can guarantee you we're going to see it again in the movie. We have to. And then at some point after the movie, later on in the movie, he's going to upgrade it to whether it's a symbiote in this movie or whatever else he decides to make. Because remember, he doesn't have the Tony Stark tech anymore. And I have a feeling that's what the symbiote is going to come in the next movie. So Nefty, do you think this is coming? Yes or no? Like, what do you think of the chances of it?
I would have thought something like they did with the Bruce Wayne third-party motorcycle suit. So let's say we get Deadpool with the head sculpt, right? Now the third-party company makes this right here, because this coming from Hot Toys, what's it gonna bring? A notebook? It's gonna be a bland figure.
But this, something like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's
well, no. So that's the thing. You know what I mean? We don't know what happens when he's wearing this in the movie. You know what I mean? We don't know if he's holding something. We don't know if he's carrying something. This is just a picture, right? In the movie, throughout the movie, he could have other things in hand right, exactly. We don't know. Yeah. But I'm saying as a whole, I think it's a huge possibility that they make this figure. Just like I said, there's a huge possibility that they come out of nowhere, make that flash, that Mark I Flash look with the roller skates and the bike helmet. I want that figure so bad, and I feel like what was that? Oh man, Rudy just mentioned something. Not the whatever exclusive. It was the Toy Fair exclusive. So with the Toy Fair exclusives, that's when we used to get those funky ones. Those funky what do you call it? Those funky releases.
There goes your money. Your money.
Those funky releases, right? The SWAT, right? So
but they were good ones, right? We got the Captain America too. Remember with the World War II helmet and the shield.
Fair exclusives. The Toy Fair exclusives.
I can see third parties jumping on this. Think about the Bruce Wayne motorcycle look that we have now. We're gonna wind up using Hot Toys head sculpt to put on that body. You know the one I'm talking about, right? The 1/6 kit they're selling it. The motorcycle look from
from Present Toys.
Yeah, Present Toys.
Of course, I would know that, right?
Wait, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
He's talking about the Present Toys from the Batman, the motorcycle suit that they gave us.
Well, but Present Toys is making it, or somebody else is making
Topo.
Yeah. I think I got one from each.
Well, you got 2 Batman figures?
Well, I got Inner and I got Hot Toys.
Oh, this guy! What a
look at it! See, I'm the third party veteran. Nefty, this is why I wanted to stream with you, because you are the baller in the community.
No.
I swear, I'm getting the cheapo figures. I'm like, nah, I can't spend on that. I gotta get my $150 figure. And you're like, let me get the Inner. Let me just buy it.
Here we go. Now Rudy's the victim.
Right here.
Now Rudy's the victim. Now Rudy's, oh my God, look at me and my peasant ADD toys, and Nefty's the only one getting Jazz Inc. Get the hell out of here. Mad Planet, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
You're fat.
Yeah.
Next month, 89 Jazz Inc. Batman. We're going to be doing an unboxing at your place with it.
Wait, the Batman or the Batmobile?
Wait, we should do what me and William did, and you should do a live unboxing.
But I want Joe's from Jazz Inc. live on the stream as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not? It's Brian. Let's go.
I'll send you the link, and you send him the link.
Hold on, let me get in touch. You know what?
And then when you get denied, don't blame me for it. Unbelievable. Unreal. And then guys, we got something that I wanted to talk about with Rudy and Nefty specifically. I know Rudy, I don't know if Nefty talked about it. But we got this trailer, guys, and you guys saw it.
Yep.
I know you guys saw it, and I know you guys loved it, and I know you guys got excited about it. So we got this guy in the trailer already. We know that they usually tend to hide the big things in the trailer, which obviously anybody who knows about the the backstory of the Hulk and the Red Hulk and stuff, you kind of could have made the assumption that he was going to appear because of the fact that the actors in there and blah blah blah. But actually seeing it in the trailer tells you that this is not even the biggest thing in the movie. Okay, so that's why they're showing you this. So Rudy, okay, Rudy. Number one, how did you feel about the trailer? Are you excited for the movie? And are you excited for the potential figures from the movie?
Oh yeah, man. I'm excited. I know Marvel has been kind of teetering. I've enjoyed a lot of what they've done, but I've felt it too. Deadpool and Wolverine is the first movie that's come out from Marvel in a long time that I felt like was hyped up. And then with this trailer, this was the first time in a long time that just in general I felt super hyped up for a Marvel movie. Right? Because look, we got the trailer for the Marvels. I liked the Marvels for what it was, but it felt like a TV show. It didn't feel like it was anything that had
The Marvels was horrible. And I don't judge like movies like that, and I don't talk bad about movies. I'm like, it's okay, it was okay. That movie was garbage.
To me, listen, to me, it was just it didn't serve any purpose, right? In the grand scheme of things.
Exactly. It was like, what is the point of this? Like, what is happening right now? That's how I felt.
And look, let's not get too crazy into it, but just Captain Marvel's she hasn't been a well-received character, right? In the comics, right? Her titles tend to fizzle out pretty quickly. And then in the movie, she's obviously been a character of contention. So to make another movie around her, not really. Now you look at Sam Wilson and Cap, right? Those first three Marvel shows, what was it? WandaVision,
right?
Loki and Falcon and the Winter Soldier were easily some of the best they've done, right? That there was a lot of hype going into those. I think they delivered overall, but then nobody saw those characters for years.
Right.
So now we're actually going back to characters that people I think like a little bit and stories that have relevance. And look, they even showed the Celestial from the Eternals, because the fight he's having with the jets, that's the big stuff that you're seeing in the ocean, right? And that's supposed to trickle into Thunderbolt. So finally you're starting to see that cohesive nature that we like in Marvel. Right. So, and this just feels like I watched the trailer and it felt like Winter Soldier, that political intrigue, that was one of my favorite and still remains one of my favorite Marvel movies to date. And this felt very much in line with that. So I'm excited. And I think Figures, if this movie can deliver, because it went through a ton of reshoots, and hopefully it's because Marvel realized, look, this isn't going to do well. So let's make it a really good movie. And hopefully it's like Rogue One, right? Rogue One for Star Wars went through massive amounts of reshoots, and we got one of the best Star Wars movies, for me anyway, in recent history. So hopefully that's the same thing that we get here. The reshoots were done. They added Giancarlo Esposito. He looks great, right? So there's a lot of things that look good, and I'm hyped for it, definitely.
Now, what about the fact that they're showing this, and that usually they give us more and more as the trailers go on, as the movie gets closer and closer. They gave us this, this is, I don't believe this is the first trailer anyway. I think this is the second, I believe.
No, this is the first one for this movie.
Is it the first? I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought
this is the teaser.
So even worse, right? The very, very first one. They give us pretty much, this huge Easter egg, this huge thing. What do you think is the potential of this being made as a figure?
Oh, I think it's 100% coming. I think we've gotten every version of the Hulk, right? Imaginable, except for the Ed Norton one, right, from the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
There's no way they're going to miss out on this. There's no way people aren't going to be hyped about, even if you don't like the movie. I think people are going to want that figure, right? So, and I am hoping they do like what they did with the Bruce Banner, where they did the 2-pack. I'm hoping we get a President Thunderbolt Ross Harrison Ford figure 2-pack with him, because that would be ideal.
Well, that would be like they did the original Hulk, right?
Bruce Banner, yep.
Banner with the Green Hulk. That was a double pack. So that would be a good way of selling it. If they decided to do the head sculpt, I think they're making him as a figure as well, because of the fact that why wouldn't they, right? They have his permission for his likeness as Indiana Jones, him old, okay, old.
Yep.
So why wouldn't they have it for this movie? You know what I mean? So that is a great, and obviously I said the same thing. That a double pack would be ideal, would be great, like the Bruce Banner and Green Hulk. But obviously there has to be the option, or they're gonna force you, like they did, for example, the RoboCop and what was his name? Alex Murphy, right? You could only get that Alex Murphy if you got the double packs, the deluxe.
Right.
If you didn't get that deluxe, guess what? You didn't get Murphy any other way, right? So obviously, what would be the selling point here? Not Ross, right? Not the president, or the general. I forget what he is. A general.
He's a president now.
He's the president now. Yeah.
So in the Incredible Hulk, he was what? The general.
He's the general. Yeah, General Ross.
That's what I thought. So, so the fact that he's even that much more important as a character, right? I don't think that means much, because who is he, right? It's just a standard guy. So I think if they were if they decide to go that route with making him as a figure, it would have to be sold as a double pack. And again, unless they give him some really cool accessories where people are going to be like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'll take him, by himself. The selling point is going to be the Hulk, period. But if they want to make that little bit extra money, they could get an extra, $200 just out of that Harrison Ford figure attached to, a $300 and something Hulk. And there's your $500 deluxe pack, or $600 something, like the what do you call it? Like the Mark 6 with the gantry.
Yep.
Right? That thing, think about it. $600 and something. What are we paying for? We're paying for plastic. We're paying for and some pieces are supposed to be, obviously, the figures die-cast, but the gantry, right? The gantry is all plastic.
Yeah.
Right. So it's all plastic. It's all panels. It's all cheap stuff, and we're paying $600 plus. Now think about that, and think about getting two figures in one box. Right. The Hulk is most likely going to be useless, like every other single Hulk. Right. There's not going to be much to it. The articulation is not going to be Spider-Man style articulation, because the body's just one big bulk. Right. So obviously you're going to have your standard forearm bend. You're going to have your standard, regular wrist, because you're not going to get fancy with the wrist. You're going to get your standard feet, your standard torso. Everything's going to be standard, right? The only thing is, are they going to go all out? The only thing that I believe will increase the price is the fact that whether they go seamless or not. That's it. If they go seamless go ahead.
Yeah, no. If they go seamless, first, I don't think they're going to go seamless, right? I think you're still going to have the shoulder joint.
I think they can.
I think the only way they would do something that's worth a little bit more money is what they did with the Age of Ultron Hulk, where they gave you the second torso that was pre-posed, almost like a statue. Remember, with the arms up.
Yeah,
that's what I would. If they're gonna do something like that, it would be give us a second look like that. That's pre-posed already, but I just don't think they would go fully seamless. I think the arm is going to be seamless like the other Hulks, but I think they're still going to have like the shoulder joint. I think.
Yeah, I think if anything, they should give us a different style of look. So just like you mentioned, the Age of Ultron like this, maybe this one doing like a clap. You know what I mean? Like with the arms extended. Obviously, you'll take them apart and to be able to fit the box, or else we're going to have a box that's humongous, right? But obviously, they have to design the box and they have to figure that out. But I think a different style of that combination would be great. The problem is, again, if they do it that way, right? They do a second torso. How we got that Age of Ultron was either you got the Hulk regular, or you got the deluxe with that extra piece, right? Mm-hmm. So we put that in there, then obviously President Ross is going to be a completely different conversation, right? Because they're not going to include him with a torso with the Hulk. It ain't going to happen, or else that figure is going to be $1,000. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's not going to work. Nefty, what do you think?
Oh well, they have the template from the past when they did Avenger, Hulk, and Banner, so they'll probably use that style
Yeah.
of body and include the Ross in this one and call it a day. But I'm excited about this movie because, as you mentioned, alluded to, that imagine the characters we haven't seen that are potential figures that can come out. I already saw that Falcon already has a different suit, or it looks like more blue.
Blue,
It's a blue suit, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the other Falcon too.
right.
That's already like you see him in the
Esposito, does he make an appearance? Does
Who?
Bucky?
yeah. There's a scene where the two of them are flying.
Oh,
And listen, we'll discuss this after February 14th. But I've heard that Bucky is not in the movie, and I know, Fabs, you believe everything you read online. But we'll see. We'll discuss it after the movie comes out, because I've heard that even though he's in the credits, he's been removed and he's only going to show up in Thunderbolts.
But in regards to the Red Hulk, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. All except for
Nefty. Let me respond to this peasant. Real quick. let me hold on.
Here we go.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
All right,
Nephew, give me back the vest now.
best. You got the best. You got it. You got the best.
Wait, let me say hello to Caleb too. Hello, my friend. Thank you for being here. I like keep forgetting to say hello. How are you? Go ahead, Nefty.
But all Hulks except for the Smart Hulk have been very successful in selling and holding their value. So I would tell everyone to jump in on the Red Hulk. Don't do Colombia versus Argentina. Colombia waited to the last minute to score, and they didn't score. You want to score early, bro.
Unreal.
You want to score early. You want to grab this bad boy, add it to your collection.
Let me tell you something. That loss was disgusting. Okay.
No. Wait, hold on. That was a match, bro. That
was a great match.
They were exhausted, bro. At that point, at the end, it was mere in fumes. They were running in fumes. Those guys.
They were cramping up and everything.
Yeah, man. That was.
I almost would have preferred them, though, given all the effort that went in from both sides, to go to penalty kicks.
Yeah, penalty, of course.
Yeah,
penalty would have been amazing.
Penalty. We got a 3-month member in the house. Look at this guy. Thank you, my friend. And of course, he says lame, like a peasant. Unbelievable. Also, guys, besides Bucky being in the new Captain America movie, who else do you guys think is gonna appear that we maybe? So one thing I was gonna point out for those who watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, there was a kid, the Patriot, and then the older man was like an original Captain America.
Isaiah Bradley. Yeah,
right. So these guys are going to be in this movie as well.
Yeah. You hear him, right? Isaiah's the one that tries to kill the president, right? So could we get him? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we'll get him. I mean, unless he appears with like his outfit as a superhero, right. But I doubt it. And again, nobody really knows, him that much. He's not that big of a character for them to, come out with something like that. But what do you think? What do you think about that?
Spidey makes a cameo?
No, I don't think so. Not in this.
I don't think so. No, no, because I think she's supposed to come out with her own show that they're retooling anyway. Look, I think we're definitely getting a Red Hulk. That's a guarantee. We're obviously going to get a new Captain America with the blue suit now and the wings. Then I wouldn't be surprised to get the new Falcon as well, right? So those are 3 right there. And then I know it's not as, not a superhero, but Giancarlo Esposito, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's supposed to be, he got added in and everybody's hyped up about his character already. And he has they brought him in for the reshoots and they already put him in the trailer and he looks like a badass. I mean, I think people would like to get that figure. And then it's just a question of who else is in this.
And also, guys, last but not least, like I said, this already shipped for most of us, whoever ordered it. Nefty, did you get this? You did, right?
Yes. I remember it was a particular stream you was having, and I hadn't gotten it, and I jumped on it right away. So yeah, I got the notification for this.
This is the only one you got, or you got?
Oh, I got Mr. Knight. I have Moon Knight.
No, but I'm saying because remember, S Hero made the 12-inch one. Did you get that one too, or no?
No. You know what? Then I don't. Wait, I have this. I have.
There was one by S Hero that was Moon Knight, not Moon Knight. It was Mr. Knight,
And
right?
you could swap out the head.
And you could swap out the head for
this one.
Khonshu.
No, this one.
And this one looked better all around because the other one just looked funky and cheap.
Right, and this is the scale, right? There's a picture
Correct.
here where they show him standing next to.
This
Correct.
is what I
He's
got.
massive, yeah,
I remember because of the scale picture.
yeah.
I
Right.
got
So
notified for this.
this thing is going to be humongous. It's going to be tall. It's going to be incredible. There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. I
Guys,
mean,
just no Diddy here, but look at this pose. Beautiful. But look at the height. Look at the mass. I hope my only worry already, I could tell you, this thing's standing on its own. That is my
the
only.
joints, yeah.
That's it. That's my only complaint already, and that's my only fear is that it's not going to be able to stand. All these tall figures like these, I don't know what it is about these companies that, for whatever reason, they don't understand, or they can't figure out that you need to get something for these ankles to stay tight enough to be able to stand. What is the point, and what is the use of a almost $300 figure if it can't stand on its own? What is the point? To do what? To lean it against something so you could say, hey, I have it. It's leaning against the glass.
Mm.
You know, that's a slap in the face. So at least like get the feet straight, get the figure standing. Like I said in one of my videos before, if you're selling figures and your figure doesn't even stand, which is the most basic function of any figure that we purchase in any market, whether it's Sideshow, eBay, whatever. If your figure doesn't stand up on its own, we have a problem. We have a problem.
Yeah.
You know, like that, any single body should be able to stand on its own, period. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how tall it is, how big it is. Doesn't matter. You're making a figure. Your figure should at least stand up. For everything else comes after. But basically, your figure should be able to stand up no matter how many accessories are on it. No matter, if the figure comes with things that are heavy, guess what? They make the figure strong enough to handle those heavy things. Go ahead. What'd you say, Rudy?
No, you're 100%. I think that is the biggest issue with third party. What was it? Toys Battalion did that big Obsidian.
Yeah.
The massive thing. And I still, it's funny. My videos, I keep on seeing it because there's the paint scuffs on the back of my wall where that thing like toppled over twice. And since it's so massive, it just scuffed up my paint. And I still haven't fixed it, but it's the biggest pet peeve when you have a figure like that, even if it's going to be statuey, make sure it can just stand, because the fact that it tips over and we're not talking, listen, I'm not talking about something where I'll accept the blame if I didn't pose it well, or I leaned it forward or something. You're talking about just having it like straight up, or maybe even move the legs moved over a little bit to balance it. And then the ankles are just weak and it just collapses. It's like, no way.
And Rudy, I want to get your opinion on what's going on. Let everybody know your situation with all this stuff real quickly, because I'm not involved in any of it, but you know what's going on. So let everybody know. Go ahead.
So just quick, I guess J&D is their Kojin works. I thought they were dead, but they're alive.
Well, they came out with light.
Yeah. So they're doing, this is going to get released on the 26th. 3 figures for pre-order. The 3 kids, Harry, Hermione, and Ron, and they're coming in these weird SKUs. So they're doing their Kojin Works heavy at $1,600 per figure. It looks like. I mean, can you imagine if you want all 3? That's, let's say you get them from kit. That's gonna be $2,000. That's $6,000.
That's ball right there.
Who's gonna pay for that?
You,
right?
You said
no way. But get this.
You said no. Wait.
What are you talking about? No way.
He said, guys. Rudy said, and I'm gonna say word for word what he said. He said, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe, and I know that Nefty will be the first one to donate because he. No kidding. Go ahead.
You're such a pot stirrer, man.
Go
No,
ahead.
but yeah, because nobody's even seen the pictures, right? They've teased a couple of pictures here and there. What's interesting is they have one figure that's like an exclusive that you can only get through their site that's $600. So now for one figure, you're starting to get more on par with that in art level, right? So that's interesting. But what's really interesting is this Kojin Light, which they're saying each figure is going to be $320 for a figure of a kid. That's still pretty expensive. But now the question is, who are they coming for, right? Because at $320, the people that were paying for InArt's $580 deluxe versions, I think this is going to be a viable option at that point as an alternate. So I'm curious what that light line is going to look like and what's included, because if it pans out, I don't know. It looks like J&D and InArt are going to start going, tit for tat. And InArt's already, J&D's already teasing we've got another 3 coming down the line, and we know that InArt's doing the same thing. So of all things, it's just funny to me that this is the license that started the war between those two companies. That this is what they're choosing to kind of make or break them. I don't know that they're very popular series, but I don't know that in the 6-scale community they're necessarily the most popular figures.
I was going to ask you why is it so alarming or so worrisome to you that these two companies who just came out of nowhere to begin with in the 1/6 game are going, head to head with this line specifically? Why is that, so like, what does that even matter?
Because it's like Star Ace and FD. Star Ace has been doing these for a while, and obviously fans have been waiting for something that's a little bit better. So in steps InArt as the only option, right? I think it's just more interesting. I don't know that it's alarming, but I think it's just interesting that when you look at all the licenses that are there, and maybe that's the thing, maybe there aren't that many licenses left out there that people can develop, right? Because all the superhero license, Star Wars license, we've talked about that at length. Hot Toys owns a huge market of licenses right now that they're not sharing and their other companies aren't getting. So it's almost like these companies are just left fighting for the scraps off the table at this point. That's what it really feels like. And the question is, who's going to pay? Like, InArt has pushed the boundary of what people I think are willing to pay. I think J&D is out of their mind with $1,600 for a figure at that level. But that light line, I think that's their attempt to course correct. So I'm curious what that is, because if that's a decent figure for that price, I think they might have something there, and InArt better start looking a little more carefully at what they've got, because I think that could be competition. But again, we'll see next Friday when they release it. It's gonna happen soon, yeah. The Hot Toy soon, hopefully. Imagine that.
Let's start the rumor. Let's go. Hot Toy Killer.
All right, guys. So I put in the chat the link to see you guys backstage.
All right.
We're going to be watching the finale of the Acolyte tonight. So we'll see you guys probably. I think we'll get something way before Saturday. So I'll definitely see you guys before then. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.